say there is or there should be.
This is the first quarter block of the Streetscape project for Tiffin. What you're seeing right now is the crew filling in one of the many basements that lie underneath the sidewalks. Property owners had the option of either keeping the basement and having it capped off by installing a metal concrete slab rather, or having the basement filled in. Most of them were used at one time for coal bins, when coal was the main heating source of all the structures. City as old as Tiffin has a lot of surprises. This is one of them. This is an area underneath the sidewalk here on the corner of Washington and Perry Street. Never showed up on any of the drawings that we had of this area. As a result, a decision will have to be made as to whether or not this area is important to the property owners here. If not, it'll be filled in like the remainder. If it's a needed area, it'll be capped off. Nonetheless, it was just another little surprise that our general contractor had when he tore up the sidewalk here. Three crews are currently working on the Streetscape project at the present time. The general contractor, who's doing the majority of the demolition, tearing up the old sidewalks, streets, curbs. The second one being those laying the concrete, replacing the sidewalks and curbs. The third contractor now moving in is Hood Electrical, the people that will be responsible for the lighting and the underground cables. Behind me, you can see the concrete people diligently working at what they do. Maybe they're not so diligent after all. Everybody needs a break. As you can see, the conduit for the utility lines will be running subterranean throughout the central business district. Eventually, on this section you're looking at now, concrete will be placed on the majority of it with brickwork over the top. You can see in this shot that the sidewalk's been laid. The remainder of that area yet to be done is where the utility strips will be put in and the underground cable buried underneath it.
This project, of course, has been long in the making. It's been a lot of hard work by a lot of different individuals, and it started a long time ago. And first of all, I want to introduce to you, representing the Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Charlie Schelt, and we're going to all be very brief in our statements. Charlie, this is for the microphone's for the television camera, by the way. I'm sorry we don't have a public address system.
I'm real happy to see the program coming to completion here. We've suffered through lots of dust and dirt for this, but I think it's very well worthwhile. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie. Representing the Tiffin City Council is the President of the Council, Carl Lucius.
Thank you for this opportunity to address you. A few words, we're glad we got this finished. We hope it contributes to the revitalization of downtown Tiffin in whatever degree, and we hope you have a good time today. Thank you for coming.
To look around, most of the work, the original planning, was done by a citizens committee, and many of those representatives are here with us today. And the chairman, co-chairman of that committee was Frank Mielik. Frank?
In nearly 30 years, I think, of working up and down the main street, I think this project is probably the first one that I've seen the property owners, the store operators, and the general public get behind and put their dollars to. It's not something that came about easily. It took a lot of work on the parts of a lot of people. Some of the committee are standing behind me here. I hesitate to name them because I didn't have a list when I came in, and sure as I do this, I'm going to overlook someone. The only regrets I have, I guess, with this project is that it isn't larger. And I think the day may come when we'll regret that we didn't do the entire project. And I think it's the first step in a revitalization of this downtown, and we look forward to seeing some real benefits from it in the coming months. Thank you for the opportunity of being here.
Thank you, Frank. I want to be sure to introduce the other councilmen with us, Councilman Holman, Councilman Knutson, Councilman Kirschner, Councilman Bollinger. Of course, the city paid roughly 50%. Oh, Councilman Granada, outside the ribbon area, I missed you. Of course, you're unopposed in general election. It doesn't make any difference. We've had, of course, this has been a long process, and the public partner relationship that we have with the property owners putting in their contribution, the city contributing their share to this project, we're confident that in the long run, this will add to the economic climate and improve our economic climate of our downtown, and also for the entire city, because the downtown does project the image of an entire city, and when people come to visit our city, they remember what the downtown looked like. And so we're very impressed with the job, with the architectural design of the project, and we even redesigned how the American flag flies. And I hope that you appreciate the contributions that the different service organizations make in purchasing the flags. So at this time, I don't know how, we have one pair of scissors. We might as well try. Frank, why don't you come in here and assist me?
All right.
You hold the bottom, I'll hold the top.
Okay, do you think it'll work this way?
It might.
There you go.
Hope everybody has a good time today.